From Tennessee, from the east to the west, we are talking Cowboys every day. And you just entered
the Cowboy Zone.
Welcome back for our pregame episode of the Cowboy Zone. I'm Marcus, coming to you from Memphis, Tennessee, the Flood City Cowboys.
And this is Lambo out of Johnson City, Tennessee with Cowboys, y'all.
All right, guys, we had to bring you a special episode. Lambo, I like the shades, by the way.
I had to throw them on for the start of the show real quick. I'm feeling good today.
Okay. Feeling
Pumpkin
good about
spice.
the W?
Yep, feeling good. Get the pumpkin spice running on Duncan.
Yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. I see the guy. Looks like a new name, so thank you for joining us on YouTube. Looks like the guy's ready for this W. Brian, as always, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. And B-Dubs, looks like the beard game's getting pretty thick in here, so thank you for joining us as well on YouTube.
Slightly jealous. I can't grow a full beard. I got one of those patch spots. It drives me crazy.
Lambo, I haven't shaved in a month. This is as far as mine will grow. So
I would love a beard. I would love a beard, and I can't freaking grow a full beard.
It took me 6 months to get this, so I'm really jealous of these two guys right here. Yeah. I can't claim beard game fully like they can. But today, and I see people coming in, thank you guys for watching. Be sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to the channel you're watching now and subscribe to the other person's YouTube. Lamboys Cowboys, y'all, and I'm Bluff City Cowboys. I've been sitting at 69 subscribers for a while, so I need to see it go up to at least 70 by the end of this broadcast. So thank you guys for in advance for your subscription. Jeff, thank you for joining us. Manny, our graphics guy, thank you for joining us as well. Appreciate your support. Definitely must win. So we started a little bit late today, and Lambo and I are both huge Cowboys fans, so we don't want to miss the start of the game just like you guys don't. So by 11:50 Central Time, we're going to get out of here so we can go get our favorite beverages and sit down in front of the couch and get ready for some Cowboys football. So we're going to be quick, but we're going to be strong with it. First off, let's start off with the injury report, Lambo.
Okay.
And there was a lot of talk about guys missing practice from Cleveland's team and our team. And it looks like today we see everybody's pretty much playing.
For them.
Before we go to Dallas, let's start with Cleveland first because Olivier Vernon hasn't practiced, and he's a big part of their defensive line. He's dealing with an ab issue, and they say he's going to play, but he's probably going to be on a snap count. And their swing in Adrian Claiborne, which if you're a Cowboys fan, you're very familiar with him. Missed 6 sacks in one game. He's out. So Myles Garrett may not have the help that we all anticipate him having in terms of a opposite guy on the end. Do you think that kind of helps us a little bit, Lambo? Because Myles Garrett is a beast.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps a little bit. Vernon's a good defense. He's a good pass rusher. Yeah. So having him limited with injury, I just hope they're not kind of leading it on to be worse than it is, and he comes out there just flying. But
I know
Claiborne, we ain't heard his name much since the Dallas game, but I'm like just hearing that name for us that terrorizes my mind right now. You know, like I'm glad he's out, just because, like you said, the last time we really remember him was when he had 6 sacks in a game, which was disastrous.
And he may actually still be leading that team in sacks. I think him and Myles Garrett both have 2 sacks, if I'm not mistaken, or he may have 2.5. So that's a big loss for them. Some other news that came out for some of you fantasy guys: Kareem Hunt has been dealing with a groin injury, but he's playing now. So we got to see that 2-headed backfield that we were hoping we didn't have to see. How much of an impact do you think that's going to be on this game, Lambo? Because I was really hoping we only just had to worry about neutralizing Chubb.
It definitely changes the impact of the game, in my opinion. Yeah. As long as, Hunt's really is good to go and, doesn't have any setbacks, that definitely is going to make it much tougher on us. Because when I think of Chubb, I don't really see like a beast catching out of the backfield as much, but I do see Hunt doing fairly well in that regard. So I don't know. It goes from us having one guy to focus on and game plan around to having another really good player out there that we're gonna have to figure out how to stop.
Yeah, and appreciate my guy T. Rudd joining. I know you're a Niners fan. I know you're happy since we're talking about injuries. Your boy Debo comes back this week, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I see my boy Jay Tuck joining us. Great show Friday night. Thank you for joining. I know you got a lot going on, so we appreciate you stepping in for a few minutes. And you're right, Hunt does have a groin and a shoulder, but he is expected to play. Thank you, Dorothy, for watching as well. That's my aunt down in Mississippi, so we appreciate that. Now, one last injury before we talk about Dallas, and that's in the secondary. So once again, Greedy Williams, their second round corner, who they've all been waiting to see, he's out again. And it looks like their other corner, first round pick, Denzel Ward, is going to be active, but he's dealing with, I believe, a hamstring. So you never know how that's going to happen or work with a cornerback. Lambo, can we continue to take advantage of secondaries this week? Will this be another big game for Dak and our receiving core?
I think so. I think we will continue to take advantage of secondaries or this secondary, but I don't think we're going to see another 400-yard game from Dak. At least I hope not.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you right now, if we're throwing for over 400 yards again, there's a good chance that this game is extremely close, or extremely close win or extremely close loss.
Mm-hmm.
My nerves can't take it again.
I know.
I want to see Zeke. This was why I wore the jersey today. I need to see Zeke get over 100 yards rushing, and I need to see us control some clock. Our defense needs to be fresh. The offense is really moving quickly this year.
It is.
I can't remember the stat. Did you see that stat about how many plays we're getting off or something like that? I can't remember what it was, but we're moving at a fast rate.
I saw the stat. I think we're like top 4.
Yeah, so
the exact stat. Yeah.
That also makes me think that that's not really helping the defense out right now. We're gassing them. So I want to see. I don't want to see us have to throw the ball 50 plus times. I really don't. But I do think when we do, it'll be efficient.
Yeah, for sure. And like Brian says, I kind of agree with him. If it's a shootout, we should win easily because I just have no faith in Baker Mayfield.
Exactly.
Not making mistakes if they have to play keep up. All right, so that's enough about Cleveland for now. Let's talk about the Dallas side because we got some major news this morning. Tyron Smith is finally back at left tackle. I saw him on the sidelines on the field before the game doing practice reps, and he looked really good. Looked sharp. Looked like he wasn't being hindered at all by the stingers of the neck. Lambo, how good are you feeling to see we have 4/5 of our line back this week?
I'm feeling real good, and especially with a name like Tyron coming back, that makes me feel great because Myles Garrett, obviously, he's probably going to have Cowboys Nation very worried today. I know he does have me worried. I believe he's first or second in pressures on quarterbacks this year as well.
Yeah, last I checked, I think it was first.
Yeah, I think he had 19 or something already. So, yeah. It could have been a really, really sloppy game without Tyron out there. So I think that's really going to help. The one thing that confuses me, though, is I'm seeing Joe Looney starting at center. And I really thought Tyler Biadasz ran away with that in the second half last game.
So, Lambo, we normally do this on Wednesdays, but I have to put it up because that's just such a big deal.
Storylines.
That, to me, was a major storyline for this week.
Oh, yeah.
To see that not only is Joe Looney going to start at center, there's also talk that Terrence Steele is going to start again at right tackle.
Yeah, over Brandon Knight.
Over Brandon Knight, who's been playing great as a left tackle, which is not his natural position. Now, I can kind of understand why the team would do that because they like Terrence Steele, they want him to keep getting experience, and they don't want to keep flip-flopping Brandon Knight. But at the same time, we want our best 5 linemen on the field.
Yeah.
Brandon Knight gives us the best line possible with what we have. So and the other concern I have with that, Myles Garrett plays both sides of the end position. You know he's probably going to play 80% of the time in front of Terrence Steele if that's the guy that's lined up at right tackle.
Yeah, they're gonna try to take advantage of that. We're gonna have to have Blake Bell out there next to him as much as possible, do some chipping, a lot of stuff to really limit him because it's gonna be rough on when he's on Steele side.
Exactly. Now, hopefully, do you think this might be a smoke screen and when the game starts, we see Brandon Knight at right tackle, or do you really believe Steele is going to be the guy?
I don't know, man. I think Steele will come out there to start, but what leaves me optimistic is knowing that McCarthy will make those adjustments in game to the O-line instead of just letting it go downhill like Garrett would have done for an entire game. So he'll make those adjustments if he needs to, I think.
Mike, thank you for joining us all the way in the UK. One of our podcast brothers as well.
Fine. How about these, Mike? I'll put these back on. Does these work?
Archie, we haven't seen you in a while, so thank you for joining us as well. Continue to give us those great comments.
Mike, I got contacts in today.
Oh, okay.
I scratched my glasses and it's driving me crazy looking through this big scratch right in the middle of the lens.
So Brian makes the comment that maybe they feel Knight isn't doing as well as Steele. I just don't see that one. For one, we haven't seen Knight at right tackle, I don't believe, this year. I haven't, no. I believe it was Steele the first two games, and then they made the whole lineup shift last week, but we've only seen Knight at left tackle. So that could be the case, or it could be they really like Steele and they just want to throw him in the fire and see what he can do, which is something I wish they were doing the other side of the ball. And since I bring that up, Lambo, let's go to the defensive side of the ball because the guy, again, thank you for joining us, asked, how is the defense doing? So first things first, injury report. D-Law has been on the injury report all week, but it looks like he's going to play. How many snaps he plays? Probably going to be 40% or less as usual, but he's going to be on the field. I feel like this is a game our front seven can really show what they're made of. I feel like it's going to be a running game. It plays to our strengths, especially with Jalen. How do you feel about the front seven of the defense in this game, Lambo?
I feel good. I feel good. I'm glad D-Law is able to go. I know he hasn't been the sack monster we had hoped for.
Right.
But there are some interesting statistics on him when he's in the game versus out of the game that I've seen this week on the internet. I can't remember where I seen it, but he and I can't remember exactly what they were either, but basically every single average, does do better, is better for our defense when he's in the game. As far as the average yards per run allowed and, much other statistics. I can't really remember. I just know that him being in there really helps. So I'm glad to see he's in there. I think Tristan Hill will have a good game.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm really looking for a good game. I can't say I'm too optimistic about Dontari Poe because he ain't really showed us nothing yet, like to be remotely excited about, not even a little sliver of nothing. But hopefully we see something out of him because we do need to shut Chubb down in this run game. Exactly.
Going back to the offense really quick, my boy Jay Tuck thinks it's a smoke screen, and I'm assuming when the game starts, you plan on seeing Brandon Knight at right tackle. I'm hoping that's the case too, and I hope that's what you're thinking. So now, before we talk about the secondary, another major storyline. It took 1 month, but finally we get to see Francis Bernard on the 53-man roster this week.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah,
finally,
let's go. I want to see him, man.
Now, I saw reports that they say he's going to mostly play special teams.
Yeah, probably.
I doubt that's the case, though. I feel like teams have been using practice squad to get guys acclimated to the playbook, and I feel like the fact that they've kept him on the practice squad tells me he's ready now. This is going to be his audition to see if he can be a full-time 53 guy. So I think we're going to see him sprinkled into the defense a little bit more than most people expect. And I pray we see him more in the passing game.
Yeah, I was gonna say with he's a pass coverage beast, or
Exactly.
was in college, and where we struggle at mightily is Jalen Smith covering or in pass coverage,
Exactly.
and even Joe Smith gave up what could have been the play of the game for us
Yep.
last week on that key, I think 4th and 3 or something like that, or
Yep. 4th and
so,
3.
I mean, completely busted that. So I mean, having linebackers that can help in pass coverage is huge. If he's doing well, I mean, we haven't seen what he's doing, but they know what he's doing. If they think he can help, yeah, he'll see the field. And he's been protected for all 3 weeks as one of the 4 on the practice squad, right?
Has been.
So so they know what they got in him, and hopefully we see a little bit of him today.
Yeah, Cowboys 2068. Thank you for joining us. If there's a game that we ever need to see 3 linebackers on the field, I think it's going to be this one. Again, I don't respect the Browns receivers much. I think we can handle them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who their number 3 receiver is. So hopefully our second corner can handle their third corner, or however you want to say it. I feel like this one's going to be an in the trenches game, especially for our defense.
And I'm not necessarily worried about Odell at all, because I know he's got speed. The guy's fast, but like we said, Baker has got such an inconsistent arm that I feel like Odell could beat us in a busted coverage and Baker could still miss him. Like what worries me more is Jarvis Landry on short routes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jarvis Landry will rack up like 10, 11 catches this game off of this short routes.
As long as they don't go for 2 or 3 touchdowns like they did with Gage and Ridley and Lockett, though. Hopefully that's the case. And
it's a good question. Huh?
How much has Neville Gallimore been playing? Not much, actually.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we both have problems with. We got these young, talented guys, highly drafted. We're seeing changes made on offense. We're not seeing the same thing on defense. And I hope this is one of those weeks where that changes, because the front 4 is going to be very important this game, more than probably any other game we've had before. Malcolm Brown kind of caught everybody by surprise with that performance, even though most of his work was done on the 2-yard line. Todd Gurley, kind of what we expected. They actually neutralized Chris Carson, but that could have been because there were so many secondary issues that we had. But I think this week is the first week that the team is going to really rely on the run game. So I want to see all hands on deck in that front 7. Just like my boy Jay Tuck says, let the guy play. Don't just put him on special teams.
And let's see a little bit more Bradley and I want to see some more Nye. Let's do it.
He can play inside as well.
Yeah. Does Alden Smith get another sack today?
Well, according to my guy Jay Tuck, he thinks D-Law gets 2 sacks today.
Oh, I meant to say Alden Smith. Did I say D-Law?
No, you said Alden Smith, but
oh, okay.
D-Law gets 2 sacks. So how many? I think in this game, I think Smith has a very good matchup. Don't they have a starting tackle that's a rookie? Is it Jedrick Wills, I believe?
Jedrick
Wills?
Yeah.
With the Cleveland?
I'm trying to remember who he went to.
I'm almost certain one of their tackles is a rookie, because the other one is the guy from Tennessee. But
I'm not positive, but I think
I don't know who it is. I think it's Wills.
The Alabama tackle.
Yeah, I think it's Wills. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know one of their tackles is a rookie, and the other one is the guy from Tennessee who was a Pro Bowler. But yeah, I think kind of same thing with Myles Garrett. If you move our guy around and take advantage of the young guy, I think Alden Smith gets a sack today. And I feel like this is a good game for D-Law as well, because Baker's just terrible in the pocket. And I feel like our ends have a good chance for a get-right game.
Yeah. And you was right. It is Wills.
Wills was okay. Yeah. And he's probably playing left tackle, because I think Jack Conklin's a right tackle, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that matchup. I think both of our guys have a good shot. I think D-Law doesn't really move, so he's going to play against the Pro Bowler Jack Conklin. So he's going to have a little bit more problems. But I'm expecting Smith and even our guy Everson Griffin to make some noise against this rookie.
Yeah. One thing I do like right now, even though they've underperformed slightly, is I think D-Law and Everson Griffin both have a humongous chip on their shoulders right now.
For sure.
So I'm hoping that this is the game they just release the fury. Just release the fury on Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. All right. So I see the comments are starting to drop a little bit. So let me put something up here that I know you guys enjoy giving feedback on. So Lambo, let's go into a little bit of over under.
All right.
One of our favorite segments on the pregame show. We're at 11:28. We're still planning on getting out by 11:50. So I have 6 over unders, and I want you guys to continue to give us your comments to let us know what you think. So the
And
first one, go ahead, Lambo.
make sure to hit share as well and get involved in these comments, guys. We'd love to see your over unders. We'll throw it up on the screen and everything. So let us know what you think.
And also, we have quite a few people watching on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to both YouTube channels. Starting off the show, B-Dubs, I saw you came in early. Haven't seen you again. So let's get you involved in over under. And Brian, I know you're always going to give us some good content, so keep doing your thing. The guy, you've been kind of quiet as well, and you're one of our first 3 viewers. So let us know what you think. Also, my guy T-Rud, if you're still watching, give us your comments as well. First over under. We know that Kareem Hunt's going to play, but Nick Chubb is still the guy to kind of worry about in their running game. So over under 100 yards for Nick Chubb.
Man, I'm going to say
It's a tough one.
I know, because it's one of those situations where it's like what I think versus what I want.
Exactly.
So I'm trying not to put my bias hat on, which my bias hat says, I think we'll hold them under 100. But realistically thinking, didn't Malcolm Brown put up like 79 on us?
Yeah,
I can't remember, something like that.
Nobody's 100 yet, though.
Yeah, nobody's did 100 yet. Who have we really played at running back so far?
Malcolm Brown, which is probably the leading rusher.
Gurley.
Todd Gurley and Chris Carson. And I think
Carson got hurt, didn't he? Though.
That was the end of the game. Though.
Yeah. So we have been doing good against the run. Pretty decent against the run. Man, and Hunt is playing, so he's gonna get some touches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Hunt my brain's telling me it's gonna be over 100, but I'm gonna go in the 90s. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say he's gonna be just under.
Yeah, Mike Poland says Chubb is a yard off the contact boss.
Yeah, that's what
Cowboy
I'm scared about.
6-8 says under. So Jeff, I'm actually leaning towards over. I don't feel like it's going to be like a monster game, but I feel like in terms of pure volume, he may get 24, 25 carries. I think they're going to go more of a pure 1-2 punch today, where it's Chubb running, Hunt catching. So I feel like Chubb's going to get a heavy workload. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But my hope is that we're efficient on offense and we attack and we get up a couple scores so that they kind of get in panic mode and start throwing a little bit more than they want to. But that's my hope.
Okay. So I see most of the people are agreeing with you with under. So let's go to my next over under. And somebody has to get some yardage on this team. If it's not Chubb, do we assume it's Baker Mayfield? So over under Baker Mayfield 300 yards passing.
Under.
Okay. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
247.
I'm leaning under too. I'm thinking about, like you said, about 250, maybe 260 for a pretty decent game for him, because I feel like they're going to have to play keep up. So he's going to have to pass the ball. So I feel like it's going to be an under game for Baker Mayfield. So guys, get back in the comments. Baker Mayfield over under 300 yards. If it's over, that probably means we're killing him and he's playing catch up.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
So I think Hunt himself will have about 50 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also. So I do think they're gonna go over 100 rushing, but I think it'll be kind of split up between the two, like a 70-30 type split or something like that along those lines.
Yeah. I feel like Hunt may get 20 or 30 yards, but I feel like he breaks one. I don't feel like it's going to be like 12 carries. I think he's going to get maybe 5 carries, but one of them may go for 20 yards on an explosive play.
That's exactly what made me think that. I was picturing something more like six carries for 50-something yards or 7 carries for 50-something yards. Like he's gonna have one of those carries gonna be a little bit of a bigger carry or a bigger run.
All right, so now I normally don't do these Cleveland over unders, but this game to me is just so intriguing. I have a couple of them for them. The last one for Cleveland, we talk about Myles Garrett and the impact he's had so far this season. And let's assume Terrence Steele is the guy starting at right tackle. And Myles Garrett's going to kind of focus his efforts on their side. Over under 2 sacks for Myles Garrett.
This is gonna sound crazy, probably crazy, but I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna give him 1, but I will give him 1 sack.
Okay, I'm with you. I'll probably give him 1.5, maybe a push.
Yeah, I was almost on the push. I was leaning.
Yeah, if Steele is the guy over there and Myles Garrett is hanging on their side, it's gonna be hard to contain that guy. So I'm kind of concerned about that matchup.
Yeah,
I feel like with Tyron Smith back, we can give a little bit more help inside with Sheldon Richardson, but you can't help with both of them if they're on opposite sides. And the inside guy is always the imminent threat when it comes to pass rush. You always want to make sure the quarterback's face is clean, and you hope the tackle can hold its own. So I feel like it's going to be more help inside than out, and Myles Garrett may be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think another key. Well, are we doing keys to the game?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Keys to victory, but yeah.
Keys to victory. Okay, I'll wait for what I was about to say then.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to some of these Cowboys over unders. Once again, I've used this on every week. So far, Zeke hasn't had 100 yards rushing yet. So over under Zeke getting his first 100-yard rushing game. Over. Okay.
Yeah, I had to wear a jersey because I'm feeling a Zeke day.
You're feeling it. Okay. And guys, let's get back in the comments. Let me know what you think about Zeke this week. He hasn't had 100 yards rushing yet. So will this be the week that he finally breaks it? And Bobby McLean, thank you for joining us again, man. Appreciate you always stepping in and giving us your good comments. We're at 11:35 right now, so we're going to go about another 15 minutes so we can get you guys out of here. I'm actually leaning towards under again, only because I feel like this is going to be a passing game. I have no respect for their secondary at all, and I just think it's going to be too open to not do it. Also, for some reason, I feel like we're going to see more short passing this week.
Well, hopefully that's get CD Lamb involved so we can see some run after catch. I'm hoping he gets his first touchdown today. I
agree.
I've been waiting, man. I'm just ready to see it.
Yeah. I feel like even though everybody wants to call Dak a dink and Dak guy, it's been bombs away the past 3 weeks. I feel like this week their secondary is going to play scared and they're going to play off and just hope the rushers can get there in time. So I'm looking for a lot of underneath stuff. That's kind of our strategy for me this week.
It's crazy you brought that up because, like, you already know this, but for the past however many years now, Dak's been among the tops of the league and air yards per throw. That's like, it's crazy that people think that he's a dink and dunk guy, and then in the same sentence they'll say, "I need to be more like Breeze." I'm like, you realize he's the dink and dunk king, right? Like, come on, man. People don't know what they're talking about, man.
Exactly.
Got me stuttering out here.
And I see Isaac is joining us, and thank you for joining us. Appreciate your support. And he was actually leading to my next over-under. He says the Hot Boys are going to be in the house today.
Oh, I should have got the Hot Boys chain out. It's in my room, though. I ain't going to get it.
With that being said, over-under. Last week I said 2 sacks. This week I'm saying 2.5. Over under 2.5 sacks today.
4 over.
Over. Okay.
I'm giving 4.
With confidence, Lambo says over. I'm with you. I'm leaning with over as well.
I'm a non-Baker believer, and I think he's going to run into a couple of those himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Or 2 of those he's going to run straight into in the pocket.
I like the matchup against Jarek Wheels, no matter who's over there.
Yeah.
I actually went back and watched one of their games, like a game and a half, and he did not look impressive, even with help. So I'm expecting a good game from one of our ends. And that leads me to my next over-under. We've all been on the Alden Smith train for good reason, but we still do have Everson Griffin. And what was his win percentage, Lambo? I think you gave me a great stat last.
It was like 0%.
His win percentage was 0%
in one-on-ones.
in one-on-ones.
His pass rush rate in one-on-ones was like 0% on the scale, and that was below nearly every edge rusher in the league.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on, man, but hopefully getting his hand in the dirt is going to help.
Yeah, so Jeff gives us 6 sacks. So Everson Griffin over under half a sack. Does he get 1 sack today?
I'm gonna say this is gonna be a game of firsts. CeeDee Lamb's gonna get his first touchdown. Everson Griffin is gonna get a sack. Oh, hold on. Griffin does have 1 sack this year, so that's not his first. I think he has 1. Yeah. So man. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say he gets 1.
Okay.
He gets 1.
I'm putting him over as well. I feel like we have 5 sacks today, so I feel like D-Law gets his first. Alden Smith gets 1. I'm expecting that corner blitz to come back again, and I feel like Jordan Lewis may get 1, and then we may get 2 sacks from somewhere else. I don't know where right now. So I'm looking for 5 sacks today. And Cowboys 2068 says if Steele struggles, they will put Knight back in.
Do you think they put Knight in, or do you think they pull a shift like last week where no, they won't do that because Tyron's playing. I guess they only really did that because Tyron was playing, bumping Martin out to right tackle.
Yeah.
So yeah, unless Tyron has a setback, which let's pray that don't happen.
I know. So let's assume we don't have a setback from Tyron. Over under Brandon Knight getting a snap this game if we go by the reports and Steele is starting.
I think he does play at some point in this game.
I agree. I think he plays this week as well, especially if Myles Garrett is over there on him.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't play, that means we should be extremely excited about Steele because that means he's winning matchups against one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually, to me, our first week where we're going against real pass rushers.
Yeah, that's the part that's a little concerning.
Yeah, outside pass rushers because we know what the guy from the Rams can do. But yeah, outside pass rushers, our tackles finally get a real test.
Yeah.
All right, so last over under, and then we'll go to keys to victory. That is Dak Prescott over under 325 yards. Last over under, guys. So make sure you give it to me in the comments.
I want to say over, but that going along with my Zeke prediction of over 100, that's a pretty hefty offensive day.
Yeah.
But oh man,
not impossible.
350. It's only 325. I'm not seeing him getting like a 400-yard day, but I do think he gets over 325. I could see him in that 340 to 360 range.
Okay. I'm going with over as well. I feel like this is a Dak game. Like this is a Yak game and a Dak game. Short catches, taking them for 15, 20 yards at a time. Maybe a couple of screen passes in there. I'm really feeling good about this one in terms of our offense in the passing game.
Yeah, I am as well. I think it's going to be a over day as far as 325 goes. Dak's getting over that.
Yeah. Andre, thank you for joining us. I see you got the Zeke jersey on in your picture, so you're probably expecting a good game from Zeke as well. Isaac is coming in with another 400-yarder. That would probably set another record for him, I'm sure, if he did that.
Yeah.
And that's just making the pocketbook open up a little bit more for the off season.
But that's a scary thing, like we talked about a little while ago. If he's throwing over 400 again, that means the game is way closer than we want it to be. And that's dangerous territory. So
Exactly. All right, so we're at 11:42. Got about 8-10 minutes left. So Lambo, let's close this thing out and do our keys to victory.
Keys to victory.
All right, I've been making you go first quite a bit. So if you can think of 2 to 3 keys to victory for us today, and I'll chime in first. And if you guys have some in the comments, be sure to put them up there. You guys are very knowledgeable fans, so we appreciate your support, and we also appreciate your comments. My first key to victory is we have to win the turnover battle. I don't think we've won the turnover battle yet in a game. And we're playing against an average quarterback to below average for the first time. So I do not expect us to lose this turnover battle today. When we went to over-under, of course, I had Nick Chubb at under. But I feel like an important key to this victory is holding him to under 100 yards. We can't let them get the lead, and we can't let him dictate the game because Baker's not a great quarterback, but if you put any quarterback in a situation where he has the play action and the bootleg available to him, any quarterback can look dangerous. We can go back to last year with the quarterback from Chicago, Mitch Trubisky. We made him look like a Pro Bowler, all pro last year because we let the bootleg and the play action stay open for him. Also, Jeff Driscoll, when we played the Lions. We can't let one of those games happen this week.
Sam Darnold tore us up.
Right.
Like
we have to neutralize the run so that play action and that bootleg does not hurt us because our safeties have a tendency to look in the backfield a little bit too much. And that leads into my third key to victory. We have to have improved safety play. I watched the All 22 last week. Our safeties did not cover deep. This game, especially with a guy like Odell Beckham, even though he hasn't been the ODB of late, he can get deep and he can run past guys. Do not let him get deep past us. Those are my 3 keys. Safety play, win the turnover battle, stop the run.
The stopping the run was one of my keys as well, so I won't hit on that too much. But like you said, I don't trust Baker to win this game himself, so stopping the run is crucial.
Yes.
Like it really is. If we can really slow down Chubb and Hunt and, hold them to something reasonable, don't let them explode on us, just keep them in check, then we should win this game. Another thing that's extremely important to me is Connor Williams and Joe Looney playing good on the inside.
Yes.
So Connor Williams has been getting overpowered like crazy this season. I can't believe he's still the starting left guard right now. So I'm a little concerned about what McGovern is even doing with his life right now, because I feel like if he can't take the spot from him right now, something's wrong. But I'm worried about just them keeping Sheldon Richardson in check. And if between on that side right there, if between Looney and Connor Williams, as long as they can hold their own, which still makes me curious about the Biotis thing because I thought he played with a lot of strength. But so I really think Williams has got to play better, and him and Looney together side by side there got to really do some work on the interior to help us out. So those are the 2 big things to me. Them playing strong in the interior and limiting Sheldon Richardson and stopping the run on defense.
For sure. Great keys to victory. We're all on the same page. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I've been putting the guys' comments up, and they're right on board with us. Better communication. That's a great one, Andre, especially in our secondary. I think I saw a stat that says we're like last in the league in first quarter scoring. We have to start out strong. Execution is key, like you said. Even though I think we're going to win this game, I feel like we need to not have those first quarter mental errors we've had the past month. And Brian agreeing with Lambo, Williams has to play better. I mean, you talked about Connor McGovern. We got a badass on the sidelines.
Yeah.
He can play guard or center. So if we don't have faith in McGovern, let's let Tyler B get in there at guard and see what he can do.
Yeah, I completely agree, man.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Bronson, Fa'alea, a lot of blitz calls needs to happen. And again, looks like a new name. So thank you for joining us. Let us know where you're joining us from. We like to keep track of where our fans are viewing us from. All right, we're at 11:47. I don't think we'll have time to take any phone calls today, unfortunately. But Wednesday, make sure you come back and join us because the phone lines will be open. So since we got go ahead, Lambo.
This kind of goes with what we said, whether we think Brandon Knight may see the field at all, maybe here and there. But Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy told @boys_Vox in pregame radio show he wouldn't be surprised if Brandon Knight enters the game at some point. But Terrence Steele will be the right tackle starter versus Myles Garrett and the Browns. So, but he wouldn't be surprised. So expect to see some Brandon Knight, like we said.
The fact that a team is talking about bringing in a lineman during a game, which never happens, by the way. Offensive line is one of those positions where you normally don't make changes.
Yeah.
The fact that we're hearing this lets me know they don't have a lot of faith in Terrence Steele.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting from that too.
Yeah, Andre, thank you for joining us from Sacramento. I had a feeling, Bronson, you were contacting us from Hawaii, but I didn't want to make that assumption just by the name.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful area out there.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you watching because it's probably like, 7 o'clock your time?
Well, you know what time it is. It's time to throw the coffee out and get the game day drink ready, baby.
And it's Miller time. All right, we're at 11:49. We're going to go another 2 or 3 minutes. But before we go, since we got a lot of new names in here, we're going to go back to one of you guys' favorite segments. And that segment is
Bold Predictions.
So this is always a fan favorite. And Lambo and I have been doing ours. Lambo, you got something to say?
I was gonna say, does anybody else when these parts come up say it along with the voice? I do, even though y'all can't hear me. Every time it comes up, I'm like, bold predictions. All right, that's all I want to say.
All right, so we're gonna stay on another 3 minutes. So while we're here, get your bold predictions in. Let's see what you guys think is gonna happen today. Lambo and I both gave ours on Wednesday, but we want to hear from you guys today. What are your bold predictions in terms of this game?
Last week, just so y'all know, I wanted to go super bold, so I threw out Blake Bell. Yes, Blake Bell, the Belldozer. Him and Dalton Schultz would both score a touchdown. So both those tight ends I said would get a touchdown as a bold prediction. I also think Diggs gets his first interception of the year.
And Andre comes in and says Diggs get a sack and an INT.
Ooh, they're going to blitz him. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I definitely think we're going to see a lot more corner blitzes.
I think Jordan Lewis could get a sack this game.
So Bobby McLean asked what Cowboy Dale's bold prediction is. I think Cowboy Dale may be planning to give us his bold prediction this Wednesday because it's our first rivalry game against the Giants.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, you may want to tune in this Wednesday. I think we're going to get a Cowboy Dale sighting.
I'll make sure of it.
Yeah. Make sure you give him a call now and see if he's up for it.
He's been slacking.
Yeah.
I'll make sure. Get him.
But our first rivalry game, we have to hear from Cowboy. And speaking of that, this week, I don't know if you guys remember in the offseason, but we had an episode where we had podcasters from all the NFC East division rivals. So I think we're going to bring our guy Justin Panic in either this Wednesday or next Sunday for a little Giants talk so we can kind of get an idea of how they're looking from their side. We're still planning on that, so we don't know if it's going to be Wednesday or Sunday, but be looking forward to having a Giants guy on the show. You guys can kind of let them know what you think about the thing.
Yeah, if y'all want to give him a little trouble, throw him some comments and stuff. He knows his stuff though, so Make
Yeah.
sure you come with the knowledge, because man, he knows his stuff.
I was just about to say that guy's always prepared. So if you bring it, you better bring it.
Yeah.
All right. So I haven't seen many bowl predictions. I see Brian comes in, Tristan Hill gets a sack, Lamb gets a TD, Diggs gets a pick, and Alden gets 3 sacks. So Alden gets a double hat trick. My boy Jeff comes in.
True.
I know you normally like to call in, but we're just so strapped for time. I didn't want to open the phone lines up. Dak gets 4 TDs. That'll be a good bowl prediction. And Bronson, representing for the Islands, says Bradley Anai gets his first sack, and Diggs gets 2 INTs. I would love to see Bradley Anai get in this game, and I would definitely love to see him get a sack. So I'm hoping this is the game where we see our young guys finally. So I'm hoping,
Jeff, that would not surprise me after all the smack he had to hear from fans this whole past week that he came out there and busted one open. That would not surprise me.
Exactly. And the guy joining us in again, Zeke gets 2. That would be great.
That's where I'm thinking too. I have Zeke getting 2 as well.
All right, Lambo, we're at 11:53. I know I still need to change some fantasy stuff on my team to make sure people aren't out. So I needed probably about 5 minutes for that and go get set up in front of the couch for the next couple of hours. Watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, I better get in here too. I'll go ahead and turn the TV on, get in here with the kids. Wife's going to grab some pizza. Oh, I'm about to knock my thing. I'm getting excited already. All right. About to knock my microphone over.
All right. So before we go, Lambo, remind everybody again what your game prediction is for the score.
Dang, what was it? 41-24 Cowboys.
And mine was 37-24 Cowboys. I think we both have them winning by double digits. Bronson, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you join us again in the future. Make sure you come back on Wednesday nights as well, or Wednesday afternoon for you for our full Cowboy Zone. Great comments today. So we look forward to seeing you as well as all of our guys come back. All right, Lambo, I think it's that time that we get out of here. So hit them with that social media.
All right, guys. Make sure you can hit me up at Cowboys, y'all, on literally Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Patreon. So come, like and subscribe to my pages and stuff. Follow and come say what's up. And we appreciate you guys. All
right, Jeff. Thanks for the last bowl prediction. This is a great one. I'm at 69 subscribers on YouTube. Let's at least get to the 70s, guys. We got a lot of new viewers. Go find me on YouTube, Bluff City Cowboys. Help me get to 70 so that I can get to 100. On Twitter, I'm Bluff Cowboys. Facebook and Instagram, I'm Bluff City Cowboys. Thank you guys for all your support so far. Should be a great game today. I know, Lambo, you're excited about it. I'm excited as well. So, guys, make sure you tune in this Wednesday for the Cowboy Zone. Thank you again for your continued support. We look to seeing you guys again this Wednesday. We'll be seeing you in the chats talking about this game. And I think that's it for the Cowboy Zone. So from Lambo and myself, go Cowboys.
See y'all later, man.
Peace.